Hey there folks, it's Yaken here from Training Ground. Alright, so in this video, we are going to do a review on this OPPO Find N2 Flip. It's already available in Malaysia for 4,000 ringgit Malaysia for the 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. So how is it? To be honest, I only like the design of this phone. Pretty much that's all. Why? Want to know more? Let's watch and find out more. Let us start ahead with the design on this OPPO Find N2 Flip, which I really love it. Okay, firstly, the cover display is really huge, it's good, but more details about that in the next part, okay? And then, the aluminium sides here, can you see it? Look at that, it's tremendously nice, shiny, with purple color effect onto it. I love it. And then over here, the back hinge here, look at that. That's a effect onto it with the OPPO branding on there. But at the bottom part here, this is something I think OPPO need to take some design hint from me. Okay, I don't need to have this OPPO and Hasselblad partnership logo that huge. It's too huge. Yeah. I think they need to change it up, okay? You don't really need to show this up over here. Because the main reason is that because most of us, when we are holding this phone, we already covered the OPPO and Hasselblad branding. Yeah, and even when we are putting on the table surface, a flat surface, nobody can see the OPPO Hasselblad branding. So why are you putting it over there? I have no idea, okay? Alright, and then we move into the display design, okay? Yeah, definitely I do agree that there's not much of crease you can notice when using it. That is tremendously good, but if you really nitpick it, yeah, you actually can see there's crease onto it. If you really nitpick it, and when you are scrolling over the crease part, you can feel it, alright? But overall, I think it's still a very solid design. And the part here, there's actually I think this is like a plastic or a rubber. I think it's most likely a rubber. Okay, so when you are closing it, it closes it perfectly. No gap, nothing, no dust will be going in. And I highly appreciate this kind of design from OPPO. Now, for performance, this device is actually rocking the Dimensity 9000 Plus chipset, which is quite equivalent to the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And paired along with this device is 8GB of RAM, 256GB of internal storage, and then it has the Merit Silicon X NPU chipset over here. I will talk more about the cameras on another part later on. Okay, so for now, the performance here, I think it's a solid device for day-to-day usage. Not much of an issue over here. Dimensity 9000 Plus is a flagship chipset, so you're definitely able to play game titles such as Genshin Impact at the highest settings. Pretty much not much of a problem, but then again, yeah, it's a flip phone. Definitely, if you want to play games on here, just limit time the gaming period for this device. So here is the menu for the cover display for you to do some customization. So firstly, you can change the cover screen style, okay? So as I told you, you can change into a wallpaper, a avatar type, okay? You can even use like your album photos to make it into a wallpaper, not an issue over here. And then for the widgets over here, yeah, you can see you can put in the default over here as usual, the camera, weather app, okay, the events, timer, and the next one is you can add like recorder and wireless earphones. However, I still think this menu system over here is very limited. Like I say, they do promise like they are wanting to put like Spotify app customization for the cover display, but it has to be wait for the next update or something. So we have to wait. So for now, doesn't do all those kind of things. And then you can go to quick reply. You can do customized quick reply for you to reply your messaging app. But I think because it has like a really huge color display, I think it's possible to actually tap with a mini keyboard onto it. Hope they included it, but then not sure whether they will include it or not. So yeah, that's the limitation for the color display over here. Now, in terms for the battery over here, it's actually rocking a 4300 milliamp battery and supports 44-watt superwood charge on this device. Battery life here, I would say, yeah, it will last you throughout the day, not a problem. But if you're a heavy user, definitely you're going to need to charge it. And I would have to say the 44-watt superwood charge here is fast enough for you. So you don't really need to be worried about the battery life and also when you need to juice it up. So let's start off with the photography now on the cameras. So the main camera definitely shoots the best photos overall over here. Yeah, no doubt about it. Whether it's in broad daylight, low light situation, really not bad, okay? But there are some issues. I will explain it once I explain all the camera's photos. And then the ultra wide here. Yeah, this 8 megapixel ultra wide camera has a little bit issues. Okay, now, firstly, it's not wide enough. I've compared with other phones that has like 0.6 times zoom out. They look much more wider than this phone over here. So a little bit weird off. I don't know what happened with the crop in a little bit too much on the ultra wide camera. And the photos on the ultra wide, bright daylight, I still can accept it. But in low light situation, you are going to suffer noise, artifacts, soft details, the usual suspect case. And also the 8 megapixel sensor here, the ultra wide photos just not really good for zooming in. Yeah, you will definitely able to see some of the details when you zoom it in. Yeah, it doesn't look too good over here. And meanwhile, for the 32 megapixel selfie camera, I would just say it just takes a really average photos. Just don't get fooled by the megapixel count. It's not really going to give a really huge improvement for the selfie photo. It's merely in terms of that computational photography, how well is its tuning over here. And unfortunately, there's a lot of work need to be done, and also I have suffered a really weird issue, okay, whereby I took some photos with this camera, and apparently I do not know what happened. The sky just turned into purple color. So I'm gonna show you guys, okay? So this is the photo I shot with the main camera. Look at the sky, it's blue, it's nice, and then boom, go to the ultra wide, it turns purple. It turns purple. What is this? There's a lot of things it needs to be changed. And let me just show you another photo. Okay, so this is using the expand mode. Look, once again, sky turns purple. Man. And another photo. This is shot with the main camera. Look at the sky. It's bluish for now. Okay. Look what happened when I zoom it in. It turns purplish again. A little bit purplish. Yeah, so something is off over here. I think OPPO really need to do some software update for its camera over here. And yeah, they need to do it ASAP. Now let's talk about the video capability on this OPPO Find N2 Flip. The main camera can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second only. I am so disappointed because this device is their premium flagship flip phone. It's a premium flagship flip phone and it can only record up to 4K 30 frames per second. What? Your competition, Galaxy Z Flip 4 can capture videos up to 4K 60 frames per second on all its camera. Man, you really need to step up your game, OPPO. You can't be lazy on this part. And then the ultra wide camera only can capture video up to 1080p 30 frames per second. Same goes with the selfie camera. A little bit disappointing over here. But then the videos being recorded with the main camera, the 4K 30 frames per second video, look good, not bad, but color accuracy is a little bit off. Okay, there are some videos I have captured. Somehow the colors just doesn't seem right. Yeah. And the ultra wide video, I would say you really need to use it with a proper lighting condition, because if you are going to use it in a low light condition, your videos will turn out with noise. Yeah. And as for the selfie camera video, yeah, it's just average. I don't think I want to elaborate so much. Go and watch the sample over here, and then you let me know in the comment section. Alright folks, so this video is being recorded with the OPPO Find N2 Flip's selfie camera, okay, the 32 megapixel. So the video output max at 1080p 30 frames per second. This is the video quality and the audio as well. What do you think? Alright folks, so this video is being shot with the OPPO Find N2 Flip's selfie camera, 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright, so in low light condition, this is the video quality. Now, because this OPPO Find N2 Flip is also collaborating with Hasselblad, so it has the expand feature over here. And yeah, I still like expand, but definitely there's something off with the expand mode over here. Yeah, the photo quality looks a little bit slightly off. I think it's because it's using the 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. So we also need to talk about the software experience on this OPPO Find N2 Flip. So I don't understand why they are doing this, because this is actually, I'm considering a premium flagship flip phone, okay? But look at the amount of bloatwares. Look at that. You have like featured apps, okay? All right, it's consists of all the OPPO apps. Okay, I still accept it. And then it has this hot apps. Why do you want to keep pushing me with all the bloatware apps? And then this is the funniest part, okay? There's 2 folders, okay, that tells you it has hot games. And then there's another one, hot free games. What? Look at that, there's so much bloatware onto it, and yeah, I'm not sure why are they doing it like that. And you can't remove them. Look at that, you can't remove them. ColorOS 13, I think is pretty much easy to use, very straightforward. I don't think if you are going to find any issues using the ColorOS 13. There's a lot of shortcuts and so on. I think if you are someone that loves to use shortcuts, you're going to love ColorOS 13. Alright, so it's time to wrap things up on this OPPO Find N2 Flip review video with my final verdict. Now, definitely there are a lot of things it offers for the user, but then I still feel it's cutting some corners and delivering mediocre stuffs out for the user. Remember, this phone is not cheap. It's 4,000 ringgit Malaysia, okay? And software experience, the hardware experience some things on it, especially like the cameras, are still not on the standard for a premium flagship flip phone. Okay, seriously, I'm a little bit disappointed on this device if you ask my opinion. Okay, weird pairing, 15 megapixel main camera with 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. At the very least, just put a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera onto it. Even if it's cost almost similar to your competition, but if you are putting amazing hardwares, amazing software, I can tell you people would love to pay for your product. Don't skim out some of the stuff. Still not amazing on this first iteration. There are so many things that are still not developed properly, with the promise of future delivering new updates. We don't buy stuff for future. We buy stuff because of right now. And with this device here, yeah, I'm not really convinced with it. Okay, so OPPO, you really need to step up this game in the foldables and the flip phones. It's still a diamond in the rough right now. It still needs a lot of polishing, and right now OPPO really need to start polishing it for the second generation of this OPPO Find N2 Flip. So please, OPPO, step up the game, especially for your premium phones. Okay, you really need to step up the game. Okay, so I'm going to end this video over here. So special shout out thanks to OPPO Malaysia for providing this sample loan review unit. However, there's no compensation for this video. Therefore, there's no final approval, no editorial input is needed for this review video. They are also seeing this video for the first time. Hopefully you guys love it. And whatever I'm saying here is actually based on 2 weeks of experiencing this device. So future software update might provide a little bit much more different experience. So take note on that. And right now, I must bid you guys farewell. If you're still new to the YouTube channel, please go ahead, subscribe, follow us on social media, like this video, drop some comments, hit the notification bell, whatever, do everything onto it, and I'll see you guys on the next one.